Hello, and welcome to Powerful Places Podcasts. I'm your host, Gary White. Today, Ferran Blasco demonstrates practices you can do to enhance your experience of powerful places. This is part 3 of a series of 3 podcasts and deals with equalizing the body.
The final aspect of this very simple way of preparing, there's many ways, this is just one way, there's infinite ways, but this aspect is probably the most important. The only thing is it has to be a gradual unfoldment of how the mind is. What a very useful approach now is we make the body one sensation. Okay, it's not the head thinking in one way, the foot feeling another way. It's like the body is totally equalized, or we try to equalize it as much as we can, with the senses, with the attention. So then when we approach a place, we approach it like fully. Okay, nothing is left behind, and we can sense. Then very easy, it's like, if we could have the image of an equalizer, it's called, like from the music, okay? So instead of being like this, with our thoughts and emotions, we would make it flat, so we can relate to this place where we're going, and our relationship to the place is what's going to make the equalizer go, but from a state which we were flat before. If we go to a place and we're already like totally, let's say, equalized by our own ideas, our own emotions, then we cannot really relate to that what is in front of us. And this is not only for a sacred place, this is for anything. So the body is more awake, it's more sensitive, the mind is more steady, there's less distractive thoughts. And what we do is like we very simply bring the attention to the abdomen again. And a way that we're going to use to equalize the body is that first we're going to feel the body is empty inside. So we bring the attention to the abdomen. I'm going to close my eyes. You don't close yours. Or you could close yours if you want. And just bring the attention to the abdomen. Sense the area from the perineum to the diaphragm. Sense how the breath is there, expanding and relaxing. With that breath, there's a sensation of very big spaciousness. It's like we look inside, and the space inside is very spacious and it's empty. Sensation of emptiness, of spaciousness, goes now down the legs. We do one leg first. We start with the left leg. So sensation that the thigh, the knee, the calf, the foot on the left side are also empty. It's not only empty, there's this sensation of spaciousness. Same sensation on the left side, on the right side, excuse me. From the abdomen, from the left leg, it's kind of, it's contagious, okay? So the whole leg going down to the feet, this sensation of big spaciousness, emptiness. And something starts happening because the spaces are so spacious and empty in a sense, we start feeling them at the same time. So there's a very clear sensation of the feet, the legs, the abdomen. As we inhale, the air evenly spreads through them. It's not just the physical air, it's that chi, that prana, okay, that vital force. So the legs are empty and vibrant, the abdomen together. So now the sensation that expands to the chest. The chest is very nicely also, like we look inside. The ribs, all the muscles around are very relaxed. And this sensation of vitality permeates the space inside, and we have the sensation that it's very, very wide, very, very vast. Like if we were looking at the space, we're there somewhere in a nice place, we're in Utah somewhere, in Grand Canyon, looking at that infinite space. We're here in the Pyrenees. So the abdomen, the chest, infinite space, the arms now, the shoulder, the left arm to the fingers, space. The right arm, the shoulder, the forearm, the hand, the fingers. So the arms, the chest, the abdomen, we notice them breathing at once. It's a sensation of unified breathing. That includes also the low abdomen, the genital area, the legs to the feet. This sensation that the air starts reaching everywhere at the same time. We include the neck, very important. And we include the head, the jaws, the face, the brain, everything. So we feel how the air is also reaching there. I say air, we could say energy, we could say space, we could say light. We could just simply say life. The important thing is that gradually we start recognizing this sensation of vital, unifying field. It's like the whole thing is one, and the whole thing is very alive. And it's alive and we don't have to do anything for it, it's just there, it's the life. And this infinite space that we feel, well, let's call it infinite, maybe too big infinite, just this sensation of very vast space has a very special particularity, which it feels golden inside. This is what we call embryonic breathing. Like an embryo, like a baby that is unfolding breathes. The hair, the face, the shoulders, the arms, the skin everywhere, the internal organs, the energy body, the mental body, the emotional body. There's this completely this complete sensation of life flowing in and out. When we abide the mind in this sensation, now we can, if you had your eyes closed, you can open your eyes. When we abide in this sensation, we feel this particularity, which is like, it's very united, it's like one. Okay? So this is the quality we're looking for when we go to approach something. It's not a quality that we're spaced out, it's the opposite of being spaced out. It's like being awake, in the state of being aware. So we're awake, we're aware, we're awake, we're sensitive, we're centered, and we're unified. Okay? Obviously there's many degrees of this, you know, but the basic degree is just I feel here, I feel now, I feel myself, which is not this tightness is like, feel myself, I feel vital. Our self is vital, you know? And then I just feel even to approach anything. So this is a very simple way that you can practice, and then you get all these marvelous, fantastic books that Ellen and Gary have put together. And you go to the places and then you have a blast. You can have a blast without the English too. Okay? Thanks so much.
Can I ask you some questions?
Sure, you can.
One main question I have is, how would you recommend people using these practices in preparation? As a regular daily practice, regardless of what they're doing, or in the morning before they go to a sacred site, or...
Good question. These or anything of this type, I would suggest as a daily practice. I mean, there's many things like similar like this. It really like it's like a meal. You know, you don't have to eat every day the same thing, but there's certain components that you want to have to make sure you get your protein, your fiber, all these things that you need to get. So yeah, this shouldn't be a practice. This should be like brushing your teeth. You know, I hope everybody brushes their teeth and flosses every once in a while. You know, so this should be the same thing. It's like a daily thing. We say like digging a well when you're thirsty is too late. You know, so you could have an extra session the day you're gonna go to a place. You know. Or even you could do some of these things in the place, you know. But you don't dig a well when you're thirsty. In the Chinese medicine, we say this. You have a well, and then when you're thirsty, the water is there. So this is like digging the well. This is like preparing yourself, you know? And especially it's very important because it's going to make the day-to-day more alive for you. You know? And the objective of this is not thinking I'm here and that's a sacred site. The objective of this is I'm a sacred site myself. So there's no difference. And all the things that were done also were done in a different time, where people needed other things to approach ritual and ceremonies and things, but highest teachings will never take you out of where you are to go somewhere to do something, you know. I'm not saying at all this is a high teaching. What I'm saying is you are complete as you are. You just have to dust a little bit. And then we go to these places, because we like it, and we honor them, and recognizing us in them honors us. That's it. We'll go for fun. But do this every day.
Go to www.powerfulplaces.com and www.powerfulplaces.info to learn more about the Powerful Places Guidebook series.